Hey guys, it's Xander here, and we are back doing brews in Standard. This is a funky one I've brewed up for you guys. It's something I've been playing with quite a bit online, and on XMage it's been pulling up some pretty good results, except against, I think, Control it doesn't like. But yeah, it's a whole lot of fun, and if you're not playing super competitive, then this is definitely a deck worth checking out. So I'll go over the deck, and then over the sideboard, and yeah, hopefully you like the deck. So we're going to start it off with a 4 of Lyra Dawnbringer, which is for 5, 3 and 2 white, a legendary creature angel. She's a 5/5 with flying, first strike, and lifelink. And as though that wasn't enough, she has other angels you control get +1/+1 and have lifelink. So she's the main reason we're going tribal here for angels, and she's just a fantastic card. Absolutely fantastic card. If you get through 1 or 2 of these, and then they play a third, like, yeah, it's not a card anyone wants to see. She can be dealt with. She does die to a whole lot of stuff, but she's quite repressive, so we're going to play her as a 4 of. We're also playing a 4 of Angel of Invention, which is for 5, again, 3 and 2 white. Her stats aren't fantastic at 2/1, but she does get better. So she's flying, vigilance, and lifelink, but she has Fabricate 2. So when she comes in, you can either put 2/+1 counters on her, or you can create 2/1/1 servos. So there is time for people to bolt this as you play her. So it is shit when you try to play a 5-cost card, and then as it hits the board before the ETB effect happens, or yeah, as soon as it hits the board, there's a chance between it getting the counters and you playing the card that someone can like bolt it or shock it, and then it sucks, but it's something you got to watch out for. Just be mindful of it. And the last ability on the card is other creatures you control get +1/+1. So it's another anthem effect, which you'll see that it's kind of another kind of thing that I'm trying to run through the deck is a whole shitload of anthems, just so that we get value out of all of our creatures. So we're going to run her as a 4 of. We're also running a 3 of... I don't know what any pictures not matching up. A 3 of Chalet of Voice of Plenty, which is for 4, 3 and 1 white, a 3/4 legendary angel. She has flying, and planeswalkers you control, and other creatures you control have hexproof. Now, the bottom ability we're not worrying about because we're running mono white, which is the for 6, put a +1 counter on each creature you control. Although that could be cool, and I have seen people saying, oh, dude, you should run it in green-white. It's not what I wanted to do, so we're just using her as a 3/4 stats on a 4/4 with this ability. The hexproof ability is wicked. I reckon this is a fantastically costed card, and to have her on the board and just give everything hexproof, give you hexproof, stops burn, stops a whole lot of stuff. Like, red hates us once we play this card, because the 3/4, toughness is big enough that it's going to survive a bolt. It's going to take a couple of shocks before it does anything. And yeah, it's a really good card. We're also running a 4 of Benelish Marshal, which is for 3 white, a 3/3. And other creatures you control get +1/+1. So it's not an angel, I know, but it is another anthem effect, and it's something a bit lower on the curve, which allows us to have a turn 2, turn 3, turn 4 play. So it's a necessary evil. But the anthem to everything, again, anthems stacking on each other. These creatures get huge if we keep them, and it's just wicked. So we're also running a 4 of Metallic Mimic, which is for 2 or 2/1. It's an artifact creature shapeshifter. So when it comes into the battlefield, you choose a creature type, and then it is the chosen creature type in addition to its other types. And then each creature you control of the chosen type that enters the battlefield enters with an additional +1 counter. So if you play a Lyra after this, it comes in with a +1 counter. It's a 6/6 straight off the bat. It's crazy. So for 2, we're definitely going to be running a 4 of. We're also running quite a lot of removal here. So we're running a 4 of Settle the Wreckage, which is for 2 and 2 white. Exile all attacking creatures target player controls. The player may search his or her library for that number of basic land cards, put those cards onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle their library. This card's repressive, it's wicked. If you got 4 land up, it'll often just stop them from swinging in, because they'll fear a settle. even if you don't have it in hand. It's just good. 4 cast out, which is for 3 and 1 white. It's an enchantment with flash, so you can play it at any time. When cast out enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent that an opponent controls until cast out leaves the battlefield. But it also has cycle 1. So this will answer your Hazarets, this will answer the Scarab Gods, this will answer all that big shit that you just can't deal with, or haven't got the time to deal with, or don't want to be stuffed holding up a saddle for. Play your cast out, get it gone. And it's permanent as well, so it's not just creatures. Any kind of big artifact, any kind of... Yeah, it's just an awesome card. Running a 4 of. We're also running a 4 of Seal Away, which is a cool removal piece that come out with Dominaria. So it's for 1 and 1 white. It's an enchantment, again with flash, so all our removals at instant speed. And then it's whenever... when you play Seal Away, when it enters the battlefield, you exile target creature an opponent controls that is... it's tapped. So they swing in, say with a Glorybringer, you flash this in, Seal Away. So for 2, hitting any creature that's tapped is wicked. So running as a 4 of, we're also running a 3 of Aketra's Monument because we want to be able to play our 5-cost Angels faster than turn 5. Is basically why it's in here. It's also a bit of a value engine because we end up with a bit, that little bit of a wider board, and a lot of our anthems are creatures we control or other creatures. So there's 8 anthems in here that are other creatures we control, and then we don't really care past that point. But yeah, warrior tokens with vigilance, it's just value. So we're only going to run it as a 3 of though. Khan Scan of Urza. Everyone loves this card, justifiably so. It is insane. We're only running it as a 2 of because I want it to be more themey and less on the stupid competitive side. So it's for 4, 5 loyalty counters. Plus 1 ability is reveal the top 2 cards. An opponent chooses one of them. You put that into your hand. The other one gets exiled with a silver counter on it. Neg 1 ability is you put a card with the silver counter from it onto your hand. And then your Neg 2 ability is create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. So we've got Mimics and we've got Aketra's Monuments, so it's not just going to be the standard 1/1 when it comes in. So it's yeah. The Neg 2 is not fantastic. It's in there as a draw engine. We want to keep drawing cards. We want to keep drawing bombs. We want to keep drawing angels. But we're only running it as a 2 of. The land package, we are running a 4 of Shefet Dunes because we're all about anthems. So it's just for 4, tap, sack, a desert, and then creatures you control +1/+1. Activate this only as a sorcery. The only other deserts we are running are 3 of Desert of the True, which is just cycle land. We're running 2 Memorial to Glory, which is awesome just because it's instant speed. Get 2 soldiers. It's a good card. It's good in the late game. Just to build a board, build a heap of chump blockers. And then we're also running 4, 8, 12, 13, 15 normal, just standard planes. So that's the main deck. And then we go over the sideboard here. We are running a 4 of Regal Caracal. Yes, it's another stupidly expensive card, but if the whole angel thing's not working for us, we just go wide with tokens. It just basically turns into more of his token deck. So we can drop a couple of the Lyras and whatever else we want for Regals. We're running 2 of Fumigate for token strats, because we don't want people outnumbering us or going wider than we are. So it might come up, and it's also a good bit of game life when it happens. So for 3 and 2 white, destroy all creatures. You gain 1 life for each creature. I didn't go over Regal, sorry. Regal was for 5, 3 and 2 white, a 3/3. Other cats you control get +1/+1 and lifelink, and when it comes in, you get 2 1/1 cat tokens with lifelink. So that's a really good card. 3 Sentinel Totems, because graveyard hate is a thing, and we want it. 3 might be pushing it. This sideboard's not fantastic. It probably needs a bit of work, but this is just how I've written the list up, and it's been working for me pretty well so far. So it's just for 1, comes in, you scry, and it's got the ability to tap, scent, and exile it, and exile all cards from all graveyards. We don't care about our graveyard, but we care about people screwing around with theirs. So we don't want a Scarab God bringing back a Lyra from our graveyard or something. So that's not something we want to see. We're also running a 2 of Sonic Gravestone. Again, graveyard matchups. So it's just cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities, and then it's 4 tap sacrifice to exile all cards from all graveyards and draw a card, and it's a 1-cost artifact. So it's pretty easy. Authority of the Consoles, which we are running in a 2 of. This is against mono red. It just shuts down all their haste creatures that they're playing out. So this is just for 1. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped, and then whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your own opponent's control, you gain 1 life. Now, I could probably run more of this just because it is so good against mono red, and red seems to be so prominent in the meta at the moment. So it's probably one of the cards that you probably want to run more of. But yeah, this card can just win you a game if you can play it early enough, because every time they play, like, mono red runs a lot of the really cheap creatures, and you're just shutting them down as soon as they're coming in. All their haste creatures just aren't doing anything, and they just lose out on tempo, and you're gaining life. So it's just a fantastic card. Well, last card is a 2 of Urza's Ruinous Blast, which is for 5. Now, it's a bit expensive, and it's a legendary sorcery, so we need a legendary creature out to be able to play it, or a legendary permanent out to be able to play it. And exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. So we've got a lot of legendaries in this, and Khan is also a legendary planeswalker. So after we play that, all this stuff, your Khan still lives, your Shala still lives, your Lyria still lives, and then they've got hopefully, depending on the matchup, they should have an empty board, and you'll still have creatures and maybe a planeswalker up. So it's just in there for fairly specific matchups, but it's definitely worth having. So we're going to have it as a 2 of in the sideboard. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the deck. Let me know in the comments if you try it out. Let me know how you go with it. Let me know if you think it needs anything in it, anything out of it, anything, whatever. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications to see the videos when they come out. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.